All right, welcome back to another video. I'm your host Josh from KeepItTechie, and I'm gonna have to apologize to you guys today. Um, I'm not sure what happened to Sub, but he was supposed to make it and everything, and I had confirmed everything with him, but you never know. I mean, something in life could have happened. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I think based on what he told me, he was traveling. You know what I'm saying, out of state during the time, and this might not have been a good, time to actually do the live stream or whatever, which I didn't know. You know what I'm saying, but shout out to Sub though, man. He's doing great things over there on his channel as well as his academy, and that was mainly why I want to bring Sub on. You know what I'm saying? He's doing great things over there with that academy, trying to teach people how to get into the IT field, as far as on the SQL side. And I thought it would be, cool being that I'm, a SQL guy or a SQL database administrator, DBA or whatever, that, it'd be super dope for us to collab and everything. So we'll probably reschedule it and everything. I didn't wanna I started the stream, thinking he might have would have been able to show up, but I haven't heard anything from him, so I thought he might have shown up, before the music stopped or whatever. But that's not the case. So I truly apologize to you guys. I'm gonna definitely try to get Sub on. We gonna, get our schedules synced where we, can do it at a later date or something like that. And shout out to everybody that showed up. I see you in the building. Thomas Richardson, what's up, man? Yeah, sorry about that, bro. Um, it's nothing bad against. I mean, Sub. Like I was saying, I don't want it to sound like I'm upset or anything. I'm not upset, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say things happen in life. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. I mean, could have been a car accident. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So I just pray that everything is okay with them, and then we'll try to reschedule, and get everything going. But shout out a couple people that actually showed up. I definitely appreciate you guys. Tortoise 89. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks, man. I switched up the music a little bit just to try to, I don't know, bring something a little different. You know what I'm saying? And then I also was thinking, well, since he might not be able to show up, I can kind of, I don't know, talk about Linux a little bit. But I don't know. I kind of wanted to, highlight what he's doing. I try to keep these tech talks to where it's beneficial for people that are trying to get into the IT field and need that direction. You know what I'm saying? Or where they should look as far as things that they can benefit from to help them get into the field. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know, just promoting one person or promoting one thing or one way of actually getting into it. It's all about bringing the, different ways together, and we could talk about, discuss it, and have those conversations, and try to help people, get into the field. But Aaron B, what's up, man? He says, where's Theo Wolf at? Yeah, I don't know, man. Um, NC Worker, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, man. I like I said, shout out to all you guys, man, and for holding me down. And then also, hey, Professor Black Ops, you want to turn this into a stream where we can talk about anything, man. Yeah, and Tech G, yeah, I text him. Um, yeah, and he didn't text back, so I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, or we could talk about CompTIA Certs. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to come up here, you know what I'm saying, we could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Tech G, if you want to come, you're more than welcome as well. Let me actually send you guys an email. And if y'all want to come on, I'm not trying to make it like a panel discussion, but if you guys want to, talk about, certain things, we can. Let me try to send out the link to a couple people. Let me see. So let's see. Tech G, I'm about to send it to you as well as Professor Black Ops. So I'll send you guys the link, and I'm gonna switch up the thumbnail. Like I said, I'm gonna try to reschedule with him. Maybe something happened. You know what I'm saying? You never know, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not that type of person, you know. Well, I guess with the military, you know what I'm saying, it's always something going on, you know what I'm saying. Somebody, you know, maybe into this or into that, or something happen, you know what I'm saying, personally, they got to take care of. So I definitely understand it, you know what I'm saying. So let me send the link though. Let's see, copy, boom. And that's only if you guys want to come on. Yeah, if I knew, you know, he wasn't gonna be able to come through, I would have kind of came up with my own thing or something, or put together something. But I gotta have, like, I'm one of those type of people that have to have my notes in front of me, you know, or something that I'm gonna cover, you know, specifically, you know. So I gotta have those notes in front of me, you know what I'm saying, in order to um make sure I stay on topic, because sometimes I could ramble. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I could ramble, you know, alone, and not really, you know what to do, you know, or lose my train of thought like I just did. Yeah, yeah. But shout out Maddox. What's up, man? Maddox 12. Good to see you. Yeah, I shot y'all the link. Oh, hold on. Let me send you the link as well, Maddox. I got you. Um and I'm gonna have to build a scene in OBS to get this thing to look right. So um and we can I know how to do it, quickly do it. So let me see. So Maddox, I'm gonna send you that as well. I got you, Christian. Seeing the link as well. There we go. Yep, I got you. I seen your email just came in right when I was sending you the link. So nah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so this will kind of turn into a panel, and you guys know I don't do panels. I don't like panels. I hop up every now and then, you know what I'm saying? And I don't I guess I don't get on panels unless it has something to do with what I have a good amount of knowledge on, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. All right, hold on. What's up, Christian? How you doing, man? Let me see. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Christian, can you hear me? Hold up. Let's see. Oh man, see, let's go to settings. See if you can. All right, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Can you hear me though? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
He really doing, because he's like $500,000. He got the silver play button.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little course like one time 90. So I bought it, and like I said, I was surprised when I saw that affiliate link section in there.
I mean, I do the Amazon affiliates,
Mhm.
and then I do I guess you can qualify CompTIA, because every time I sell a voucher, I make like 10, 15 bucks off every voucher I sell. It's nothing major. And then the little study labs that CompTIA offers, I make a.
Because he's like $500,000. He got the silver play button.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little course like one time 90. So I bought it, and like I said, I was surprised when I saw that affiliate link section.
Yes,
now we echoing.
I do the Amazon affiliate. Yeah.
Or somebody is.
I guess you can qualify CompTIA.
Oh, you're getting the playthrough.
Oh, I got the playthrough coming through?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. All right, I might have something playing.
Silver play button.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And Anthony says they can hear us now.
Okay. Cool. Let me fix the screen though right fast. I apologize, man. I didn't expect, that to happen, you know what I'm saying? I thought he would have been able, but like I said, life stuff happened, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really tripping about it. But y'all go ahead on the top, man. It's fine. Let me fix it though right fast so everybody can see this.
Cool. Damn, I sound like that.
Yeah, I want him to bring Theo up. had that discussion again. I thought Theo was tripping, man. I mean, you muted up, Professor Black.
Yeah, that was past tripping, man. I mean, I thought Josh made some good points. You don't have to agree, just agree to disagree. I thought he was kind of disrespectful, and I was on Black Heights live today. I fight, man. I ain't letting you come at me like that. I'm gonna have to pull up on you, man. That's crazy. Like sometimes me and Gay don't agree on everything, but it's respectful. It's 1,000 ways to do something, man. I just thought he was all out of pocket, man.
Yeah, he was extremely out of pocket. I was like, wow, this dude is really. Like I said, the thing that just kind of blew me away with is like he was kind of crapping on dudes getting started entry level way. And it's like, but dude, you started almost the same way as the people you over here crapping on. It's like, what are you doing? So everybody just can't jump straight out into the so-called blue ocean that you're talking about. But wow, I don't know.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
So I think I got it. I mean, this was just a quick and dirty way of getting it straight. But let me, cause I don't like that. I don't want to be like the center of attention. I like everybody to,
Oh man, you're cool. You can be the center.
Good, man.
Nah, man.
Out of dirty. What it look like? I didn't even look. That's good, man. I like that.
Okay.
Let's go, man.
All right. Yeah, because all I'm doing is pulling in the image like I do with the interviews. It's just more than one, so
we ain't tripping on something.
For sure.
It's your show. You can be the big you can be the big screen like the no, we good rolling, man.
For sure. All right. Well, no, man. You guys are 100% right, man. Like, and then I got somewhat of a hot head a little bit. Every now and then it'll that's why I tend to stay out of panels as well, you know what I'm saying? And I always talk to my wife about this or whatever and just try to come up with better ways to communicate, you know what I'm saying, on these live streams, and that's another thing, like I mess up my words or I say something I don't mean to say, you know what I'm saying, and then I don't know, never mind. Y'all keep going.
I'm gonna jump in, man. I thought you did it perfectly, and I'm glad you did it like that, because sometimes I think they think tech people are soft. We're people like too, man. People get on our skin. Sometimes you just got to come out of frame. There's nothing wrong with that, man. I thought you did a nice job. I thought you were refrained. He come at me like that, I'm cussing his ass out. I'm just going right out like that. So I thought you did a great job. You don't need to apologize. We real people. I'm from the gutter, so hey, I'm from the gutter, so I'll fight in a minute. So shit, I thought you did an excellent job. You don't need to apologize. We real people. When people get out of pocket, it'd be different if we were having, okay, I disagree with you on CompTIA. I don't respect it as a cert. Y'all just disagree. He was saying, throw it away. You don't know what you're talking about. I thought Tech G thing was an actual breakdown. That dude was way out of pocket.
Yeah.
When I disagree, especially on, it wasn't even his show. I just at least want to be respectful. We smart enough to agree to disagree. I'm just disappointed because I thought we were coming from a higher level of thought pattern. We don't have to agree, just be respectful. But when people get out of pocket, I can get out of pocket. I'd have cussed his ass out.
So I guess to for everybody in the audience who doesn't know what we're talking about, so
Facts.
You can go watch Bernard Riley show, or you can go to anyways, there was this guy on there named Theo. Seemed like a very smart, intelligent dude. So this is none of this is personal against the dude. But anyways, there was a part of the show Bernard was doing yesterday when they got to asking about CompTIA certifications, because I think the whole conversation it kind of shifted towards giving information on how people can get into IT. And this guy Theo, he pretty much came up on the panel, was talking about anybody that pursues a CompTIA certification is trash. He'll laugh at you if you ever submitted a resume to him. He'll throw your resume in the trash just because it got CompTIA on it. And basically, he came off like somewhat of like a certification elitist of sorts. And so KeepItTechie came up on there, Gabe came up on there trying to present their case, but he just kind of went a little overboard. I chalk it up to theatrics to get the crowd going, but that didn't really quote unquote bother me. What actually kind of somewhat bothered me is the fact that you had a whole bunch of people in the audience who may be interested in IT listening to this, and they're getting this information which is coming from a guy who said he's been in IT for like 20 years, but he's presenting this perspective as if somebody brand new off the block who knows nothing about tech can just come in almost at his level and go straight to the $150,000, $200,000 a year jobs and just totally bypass, learning the basic materials that you may need to learn. Now, my argument is there are some people that can probably do that. So I say, like, if you have like 100 people and you're like, all right, we're going to teach you this so-called higher level specialized vendor specific certification, you might be lucky if you can get 10 of those people to actually take it serious and run full speed ahead with it. The remaining 90, they're going to tap out, or they're going to procrastinate, and they're never going to get it done. And I teach entry-level certs, A+, Net+, Security+, IT fundamentals, and I see this happen with people just with the entry-level certs. So now you got somebody talking about, well, they could just bypass that stuff and just jump straight to the big boy stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know how true that is, because I've had people email me messages talking about they've been in tech for like 10 years and they can't even pass the A+ certification. So how do you expect somebody to just bypass the easy cheesy certs and go straight to the higher level specialized certs and just run with it like a champ? Like I said, you'll have a few that can probably do it, but the majority of people aren't going to be able to do it based off of my experience in teaching this stuff. Because, for those who don't know, I used to teach this in the military for like 4.5 years. So, but anyways, he just kind of came off a little bit disrespectful with it. And like I say, the main point of contention I had was the information that was being received by the audience who were probably listening to the stream, trying to soak up some knowledge about how to get started. Because there was one guy in the comments who specifically made this comment. He was like, oh man, I'm just going to go out there and get my CISSP. I was like, what? Like, dude, you can't even sit down. You got to have at least 5 years experience before you can even qualify to apply to take that test.
Then you let somebody vouch for you.
Yeah, but the information, how it was being presented from Theo, if you're a newbie and you're just listening to that conversation, you're probably thinking in your head, oh, I could just go bypass all this stuff, or I can just go out there and get 12 certifications to be the man out in these streets. When in reality, my thing about people who just pursue certifications at, just to get certs, is like, I think it's a waste of time and money, because you only really need certifications depending upon what you need to do to maintain the requirements of your job, or what certs you may need in order to try to get promoted or get another job. So that was just my whole point of contention with the conversation, you know, aside from, you know, some of the disrespectful tones he was taking, but it was just, man, I just think you're being disingenuous to these new people who just legit don't know anything about tech. And you're making it seem like this is just something anybody can do straight off the block, you know, coming in and just bypassing, you know, the standard traditional way everybody normally goes into tech.
And you're right, and that was my whole point for actually getting up there. It's just, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta take into account who we actually talking to, you know, and most of the audience, you know, is not on the level that the way you're talking, you know what I'm saying? And you also, I mean, we're talking the majority of black people. There are issues with education, with the education system that, you know, wasn't even talked about. So these people coming out of high school may not be on the level. And then I know you brought that up in your stream about the amount of time that most black kids, you know, spend reading. You know what I'm saying? Reading and comprehension is also another issue that has to be tackled before you start just trying to throw people into a specialized certification. You know what I'm saying? You got to take all that into account before, you know, trying to push that like that. So, yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Because you know, for those of you who aren't familiar, and you know, if Sub-Zero had came up here, this is one of Sub-Zero's favorite points he likes to bring up. This is actually where I actually learned it from him, and then I went to go research this. But basically, according to I think it's the Brookings Institute or something like that, they say Asian kids starting in elementary school spend on average about 2 hours a day doing homework. 2 hours starting in elementary school. That's the average. You know, white kids about an hour, black children about 20 minutes a day. So I brought that up in relation to this because I'm like, okay, you got, you know, just take some random black people, you know, based off the stats, they say they only study like 20 minutes a day. You know, if that's your study habits, how do you think that's not gonna really translate well into trying to study some type of tech certification? Because these tech certifications, these things can get brutal. The more advanced the cert is, you know, aside from the cost factor, but just the amount of time you have to put towards it. I'm not saying that it's not possible to do it because, you know, people can change and learn, study, you know, better study habits. But the only reason I'm mentioning this because Theo specifically mentioned when he was in China or Japan or one of those countries, he said he had a success rate of teaching some of these Asian guys or people how to go get these higher level certs. And I was like, wow, you know, that's fine, that's cool, you know, props to you, but I think we need to explore why that may be because in those countries, they're known for, you know, doing homework all the time. That's what they do. Over here, unfortunately, with with black kids, you know, you gotta, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, damn near threaten a kid to make them do some homework sometimes, you know. So,
And I want to say it again before we move forward that Theo, this is not shots. I'm not doing no stream. This, as you can see, the title of the stream, I was supposed to come in and interview someone. So please don't make no response video. I don't beef online.
I don't beef either.
I don't play those types of games. So, I mean,
No, facts.
it's just
we agree to
we just
disagree.
discussing. Yeah, we just discussing because I even said that on the stream with him that yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I disagree with what your conclusion.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Let me chime in on G's point is people don't really know me. I am a professor in real life. I teach at a local university, and those study habits are true. I had two Asians in my class semester ago. I shit you not, halfway through, she had all the assignments done, all the homework done. She was asking me for extra assignments. I told her, pump her brakes. They don't pay me extra to do all that, but we did a store, and especially black dudes, I gotta stay on their ass, man. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to give you a C. Help me help you, man. I'm trying to pass you. So those statistics, I promise you, are true. Now I might have maybe a couple people that are superstars, but the way you laid out those times, I promise you, they're accurate for the average of my students. For homework, my Asian students, especially Asian females, they often running and they're killing it, man. Dudes, I gotta stay on their ass, especially black dudes, because I love them and I see me. I gotta be on their ass. Where your homework? I gotta give you a little extra time. I gotta yell at you. So those stats are 100% accurate.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so Christian, what were you I just want to get you involved in the conversation, man. Were you planning on did you want to chime in on something? It don't
Same
matter.
thing. I used to teach too.
Okay.
I didn't have any Asian students in my class when I was teaching at a local university, but yeah, some of us just don't have that study habit about us. That's why when you like doing your interviews for the people, I ask like, okay, how much time and how much money do you spend to reinvest on yourself to keep your skills up? Because like a lot of us like, yeah, man, I got this job and I've managed field services at a couple other businesses. Yeah, once they got like the help, they're like, oh man, I'm done. I don't need to work no more. And I was like, you need to get ready for that next position up, dude. It's like, nah, man, I can pay all my bills. I'm good. And they won't study, they won't lab, they won't research. They're like done.
Okay.
So yeah, so like looks like you got a panel of teachers on here.
Yeah, I know.
And look, this isn't to to try to go on into a rant about bashing black people or anything. This is just to point out the reality, especially as it relates to why when you go into tech, you don't really see like black people all over the place. And one of the main reasons is people think it's super hard. You got to do a lot of math and all this other stuff, but just like Professor Black. I mean, I taught, like I said, I taught in the military for like 4.5 years. Oh, you got we can hear your phone call. I just let him finish his phone call. Is this phone call going live over the internet? Let me mute myself. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know if it's going live over the internet. Maybe it's just we can hear it over here.
It's muted himself.
Oh, okay. All right, so I forgot what I was saying.
You're saying that we're not like bashing black people.
Oh yeah.
Teaching.
And I've had like white, black, both just like not reinvesting themselves, not like want to get a lab, not want to like try to learn something new. That's everybody.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, like, yeah, if you're serious about getting into tech, what is your budget? How much time do you put into learning? I want to know that from everybody because like some people are like, what do you mean? It's like, well, dude, an update comes out, or we're going to start using this. We're going to start changing our policies to that. Have you like practiced it out to see if you can build up some speed? And a lot of people I've talked to at my job presently, no matter the race, they don't think about that, about actually setting up a lab and practice it and like actually see it flow and like, okay, can we like build up our speed? Like, hey, such and such called up and they want blah, blah, blah set up on their network. Cool. Blah, 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 done. That's anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're not bashing a particular group of people. We're just saying that like, if you're going to go into tech, you're going to have to spend some time. You're going to have to spend some money, get a budget, get your stuff set up.
Facts. Like you said, I'm not bashing. I just want brothers to be very intentional because, and I'm old, so I've been through the BlackBerry, I've been through Power Builder. There's technologies. If you don't keep up, you can disappear in this industry. Technology change extra quick. I did my first internship in 1988. I was doing mainframe tapes. Most people on there never seen one. One guy called me the Moses of computers. It was so old. But you got to keep up. If you're just doing mainframes, there's a few of them out there. But if you don't keep up, you can easily disappear in this market. And two, as you keep up, if you catch the next wave, you can make a ton of money. I'm 53. I'm working on my AWS cloud. I believe everybody believes that's the next bag. Hell, cloud is here. So if you don't get your cloud skills up in the next 2 years, most of the company's gonna be in the cloud. That's kind of a different paradigm, how you do it and how you move around, how you operate. So you got to continue to learn in this industry to keep up, to maintain, and to make the money you're trying to make.
Oh yeah, definitely true, Professor Blackhouse. You gotta constantly. That's one thing. That's why I always say you gotta kind of change your mindset to get into some type of learning phase where you constantly looking into new technology because it's coming. You know, things are coming. These specialized, all this new, technology is coming. Automation, programming and all that stuff. You gotta, add that stuff to your tool belt so you can, you know, be marketable for the foreseeable future as well. So once you get into it, you can't. So that's one thing that dude said that I did agree with, which was you can't stay stagnant. So I definitely agree with that. Um, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter how you start off. You need the foundation, but I'm just saying once you get your foot in the door, you have to constantly continue learning. But let me um let me give a couple shout outs. I seen a couple people popping in, and I appreciate the super chat. Kenny Conjo, he said, "Salute, fellas. I see you. I'm running errands, but I definitely will be watching." Yeah, and I wish I if I would have I wanted to schedule a panel, for a lot of people or whatever to come up. So next time I do something like this, I'll actually schedule it and get everybody, on one accord so we can, do a little panel about a specific topic or something like that or whatever. And then also
Cool.
someone asked, oh, I seen 8 Wins is timeless in there. Salute to you, bro. Thanks for coming through. See over. Savage Scientist, what's happening, man? How you doing, bro? But I seen Peter Hunt. He made a comment, and he was basically asking, what books would you recommend for someone looking to learn Linux, and which entry level certs would you recommend? I definitely recommend Linux Plus as an entry level, certification to understand Linux as a base, just understand the operating system in its totality because it covers, pretty much everything. It breaks down the kernel, the boot process, kernel modules, which is kind of difficult to understand if you don't read it and learn it. Um, and it's and just working with users and groups and all that stuff is whatever you learn from Windows, you might as well just throw that out the window. You know what I'm saying? In order to get to get an understanding of Linux because it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? The way you run things, you got to understand the command line, so that's very important. But command line, I wanted to you said books that I recommend. I recommend um this for one, the Linux Pocket Guide. This is something that I use all the time. I got like 3 or 4 of them. I think I talked about this in a book recommendation video a while back. And then also, if you want to get into the lab so you can pass the CompTIA Linux Plus exam, there is a book out here by 101 Labs that I recommend as well. And this will take you through a whole bunch of basic labs to get you ready to understand the command line and just get a good understanding of how to actually use certain applications. Like it goes through kernel modules, because studying for the test and just reading the documentation or watching the videos where they're talking about it is totally different from actually sitting there doing it. With Linux, you got to sit there and actually do it to get, well, it all depends on how you learn too. But I recommend you have to sit there and type out the commands and play around with the command line in order to get proficient with it. So that's my 2 recommendations, you know. And then also, oh, one other thing, let's see, Engineering Cannabis. Oh, good to see you, Engineering Cannabis. I definitely appreciate you coming through. Lovely angel lady, my wife in the chat. I appreciate you, holding it down, helping me out. She texted me and stuff. And then yeah, guys, earlier I had my with OBS, the way it worked, you got a mute button in whatever application you're using. Like what I'm using for you guys, I got a mute button over there I gotta turn off and a mute button in OBS. So I had only turned off the one in OBS. That's why you guys can still hear my phone call. But yeah, let me say that. I just got off the phone with Sub Zero. We rescheduling it for tomorrow. So tomorrow me and him gonna come through and do the the live stream where we talk about, lifting the veil IT Academy, which is something I really want to push because he's doing great things over there. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to, highlight what he's actually doing, helping people learn SQL, and getting into, databases, working with databases. So
databases is my first love, man. I love Oracle. I'm a huge Oracle bigot. That's the first bag I ever got in my life. I've done Oracle for 15 years. I've been a DBA. I did the first Oracle forms and reports that was done in. I think I started in 1995. So I'm a huge Oracle guy.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing great things over there. But and let me see. Oh, shout out KeepItTechie, man. Good to see you. Great Fox. Yeah, basically hands on. You need to have that hands on experience. You know what I'm saying? Phil, the IT Jedi, man. I interviewed him a while back. Good to see you as well in the building. Definitely appreciate it. But like I said, I ain't really had nothing else scheduled or whatever. So I'm gonna keep it kind of short. We already been on here like 40. Well, I've been fixing trying to fix OBS for 30 of those 45 minutes. So
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, but any last words?
Yeah, let me throw one quick out. Just a quick question. Let everybody respond. This somebody in there talked about automation. I think automation's here. I think automation's because if you on the cloud, when you spin up a VM, I didn't need any essays. I didn't need the help. I put my credit card in there now, spinning up VMs. I could put my Apache Tomcat. I need those, and I'm off and running. So automation's here at a certain point. So once again, so I think you got to work on your skills for that and figure out where your next move is going to be because we're going to start cutting out certain jobs, or if you're not at the top of the pyramid, your job. Because with a credit card, I can go to Azure or AWS. I can spin up what I want, pay what I want, and get it. I can set up a small data farm, a couple web servers, and I'm running. Right, I'm running. So I think that's the next thing we need to figure out and where you fit at in that paradigm.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I seen somebody ask in the chat, are any of you guys familiar with A Cloud Guru? Somebody was asking about it as a training tool.
It's all right. I'm subscribed to it.
Okay.
It's actually helping me get that. What is that? AZ 900 and MS 900, the entries.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. If you can afford an entire lab, they got labs that you can do on the website. Community's pretty cool. You can go there and ask questions, and they won't beat you up like VI editor people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love VI editor. What's the
I got nothing against VI editor. It's just like if somebody else comes like, yeah, man, I'm using this, and they like get jumped for using a different editor. That
I'm old school. I've been VIing for a couple years. What's the cost? Is it expensive?
My professional opinion, I would say wait until Black Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think I paid like $300 for the year.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Get in the game.
It says like $379 for the year for personal use. So
that's not
bad.
Okay.
Now you can log in for free, but I think some of the virtual labs and stuff, you got to pay for. Some of the videos you can watch and learn, but if you pay for it, then you got all the videos, you got the labs. I think they even give you a sandbox.
Okay. Yeah, my job pays for LinkedIn Learning, so I get a couple things free like that. So they have a few labs and a lot of lectures on LinkedIn Learning. So,
but one thing I recommend for people, because I'm always looking for them deals and ways to, not have to pay or whatever for anything. So I guess if you try and learn Linux or pretty much anything, you can spin up a Google Cloud. I was telling G about this a while back. You could just set up a Google Cloud server, a small little instance. Like for instance, my website KeepItTechie.com. I run it on a cloud solution, basically through Google Cloud, and I know there's plenty of other ones out there like Linode. Some people use Azure or whatever, but I pay like $1, not even $1 a month for a server. The server that actually serves my website. Now I understand I don't have much traffic, you know what I'm saying, yet. But I do have a good amount of traffic that comes there. Even though nothing is really up there other than just linking back to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I pay less than $1 a month for a cloud server. It's a small server. It's shared, obviously, with other people. That's like one of the cheapest plans. It says like $5 a month, but it's all depending on the usage. So, so that's a option as well if you want to just play around with some servers in the cloud. So.
Yeah, AWS, if you do the developer for their super small instances, all that's free actually for a year. I actually ran my a small business on there for a year for free on the AWS using that developer setup. So you can set up spot VMs in practice, set up your VPC for your networking part. I spun up a couple Oracle databases because they let you try it up, and I spun up an Tomcat web server, put a little Java on it, and ran a little business off on it for a year.
Cool. So, anybody else got any other last words? Because I'm gonna go on in and just shut it down.
Go on, dude.
Go for it, G.
Oh, nah, I was just gonna say, about the whole CompTIA thing one more time. But there's nothing wrong with CompTIA.
Facts.
It's a good platform, or not platform, but platform / training to get you started, to help you understand what's going on in tech, and then from there you can branch off and pick the lane that you want to go in and start specializing, so you can get to the big bucks, like old buddy was talking about. Even though he has like upwards of 5 jobs, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. But yeah, CompTIA is a good place to start if you don't feel comfortable like trying to start at these higher levels. Because people always ask me, should I just go get my CCNA? I'm like, you can, but are you ready to do that? You can just go get your A+ Network Plus, learn about this stuff, and then that'll hopefully make your transition to CCNA a whole lot smoother. But regardless of how you get in, if you're new, you're going to have to make time and study. You can't get around it. You can't pass tests unless you study.
Facts.
And it's best that you learn this because, I'll take that back. You got some people that can download test banks, memorize questions, and then go in there and pass the test. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend that you learn the stuff and try to comprehend it to the best of your abilities, and then that will aid in your memorization practices for when you go take the test, and it'll also help you try to figure out what's going on in these questions. I mean, there's a whole bunch of test taking things you can do, but regardless of all that, CompTIA is decent. I mean, it's good. I use it. That's how I got started. I've helped a lot of people get started that way, and a lot of these people went on to have these miraculous IT careers, making over 6 figures. So. And within a relatively short amount of time. So there's nothing wrong with CompTIA. So that's my last word on that.
Cool. Yeah, and Christian, you got anything in last words, man?
I just want to say I appreciate everything that you do in the video, and Professor Black Ops, dude. Seriously, I appreciate the videos that you posted up. You did one on Zero Trust. I watched it. It was cool. I did some research on it, and like the very next day, Vice President pulled me into the office like, all right, Chris, we're going to start moving to Zero Trust. What are your thoughts? I was like, man, I'm glad I can hang out with people that actually talk about this.
I got 3 on my platform. I got 3. Search for Zero. I got 3 on there. I got 3 Zero Trust. And actually, Josh did one yesterday on IP tables UFW. So I'm actually going to do one on how to use UFW because, long story short, Zero Trust, you trying to control your east and west traffic along with north and south. Standard firewalls don't stop east and west traffic movement. So at a high level. So me and Person Centered Cyber, I did a QA with her live too, and she asked specific questions about Zero Trust.
Yeah, and also Professor Black Ops, and then I guess I missed this or whatever because I use Ubuntu servers a lot of times.
Yeah.
But on Fedora servers or CentOS and Red Hat. Actually, the new standard is Firewall D. So I'm gonna do a video on that as well. So look into Firewall D. That's the actual firewall that they're using on that side.
But
So
that sits on top of IP tables,
yeah,
though, right?
it's pretty much like, based on what I've seen, it's pretty much like UFW.
Right. So to be honest, I'm IP tables, man. I don't let anything get between me and the raw. I'm a command line guy, so I probably still use IP tables because I'm old.
Yeah.
I know those commands by heart, man. And to me, when I add new technology, now I got to do a security review of UFW because I'm about that security life. I don't know if they got vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother thing. And like I said, I teach a general cybersecurity class online on Sunday at 3. So if you bored with football, come check out my channel. Then I'm gonna send you to Tech G when he gets his Security Plus stuff set up. So I'm squeezing a little me in there, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you to Tech G. He's working on the Security Plus when he get a little time. He got a lot of family duties right now, but he's gonna squeeze that in a minute. Then I'm gonna send you to him. But we going live at 3. I think Savage came. I had about 12 people show up. I was surprised. I didn't think anybody was gonna show up because of the football game. So,
yeah, and salute to all you guys, man. Y'all all doing great things, you know what I'm saying, to help people. I definitely appreciate it, and that's the type of people I want to network with, and and try to push this message to more people. So I definitely appreciate all you guys. I mean, you guys, y'all didn't even have to. I mean, y'all could just let me burn, sit up here and burn by myself, But y'all was able to come up, man, and help me.
I thought you and Gabe handled them. Pookie Gabe had your back.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna drop it though, but that was crazy. Man.
Yeah,
I expect us, the technology intellectuals, to do a little better than that. I was really perplexed, but I'm gonna let it go, man. I agree to disagree with people all the time, so I thought Tech G String broke it down. Like I said, I just thought it was a little too disrespectful for grown men, black men. I want to respect everybody, but I especially want to respect my brother. So it's gonna be very rarely that I'm gonna come out of pocket like that, unless somebody forced me to come out of pocket like your boy, and that's the last time I'm gonna say it.
Yeah. But I appreciate all you guys for coming out in the chat. I definitely appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys as well for coming through again. And I'm gonna leave you guys with these last words from my man Kev, Tech IT Support. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. But surround yourself with positive people, and you get positive results. And I definitely agree with that. So shout out to all you guys out there, and peace.
Peace.